Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here at Daytona for another fine specimen of a race here with GAC. They're trying the trucks this season. They're got out of the super late models, so they're going to try their hand at the trucks, and they're going to be turning 75 laps here tonight at Daytona. So hopefully y'all enjoy the show, and we'll keep you informed of anything that's going on out there on the track. So but again, thanks for joining us, folks. Great job here tonight at Daytona with these guys. We're only about 15 minutes away from qualifying here. I'm going to check and see about, maybe about, 11 minutes. 11 minutes away from qualifying. About 4 minutes left till qualifying, folks. Drivers meeting underway right now with all the drivers, so we'll give them a few minutes here to have their meeting, and they'll be back out on the track practicing here in just a minute. All right, just a few more minutes here, and we will be ready to start the qualifying order, so give them a couple minutes. Okay, qualifying underway here, and we can see who gets the top of the leaderboard here, folks.
we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, so far Justin Rogers on the top spot with a 173.35, 51.45 or 489 was his time. Raymond Chapman there in second, James Hickson third, Terry Bellinger fourth, and Joey Lamb your top five. That's constantly changing, and these guys are still out there turning laps though. Couple quick shout outs. I wanted to shout out to Gyro and Joey. Leanne, probably watching tonight. Dwayne's wife, probably watching here tonight. So big shout out to all of them guys. Colton and Sherelle, our faithful followers here on YouTube. Appreciate you guys tuning in and watching here tonight. Always good to have followers. Make sure if you're tuning in for the first time here, you do subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate all you subscribers. We're reaching the goal of 700 subscribers, so pretty awesome. Okay, as we get ready to take to the grid here, we'll get down trackside here. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get there. There we go. Okay, as everybody starts lining up here, we will run down through the qualifying order. Top spot goes to Michael Campbell with a 51.460. Congratulations to him for starting on the pole. Gary Shank in second place on the outside of him. In third on the inside row, Justin Rogers in the number 21. Mark McFadden on the outside in fourth place. Fifth place goes to Raymond Chapman. Sixth place, Vincent Vinny. Seventh place, Dwayne LaPrade in the number 13. James Hickson in the 44. Len McNeese in ninth place in the number 84. Terry Bellinger in the 10th spot in the number 29. Joey Lamb in the number 81 starting 11th. Kevin Cook in the number 45 starting 12th. Rolando Aurora in the number 16 starting 13th. Michael Palmer in the number 31 starting 14th. John Estes in the number 72 starting 15th. David Gainforth in the number 101 starting 16th. Paul Zoda in the 63 starting 17th. Kernan Church in the number 22 starting 18th. Don Estes in the 01 starting, or Don Steves, I'm sorry, Don Steves. In the 01 starting 19th. Billy Rodenbarger in the number 74 starting 20th. Timothy Kelleher in the number 4 starting 21st. Robert Fuller in the number 19 starting 22nd. Colin Detrick in the number 70 starting 23rd. Chuck Shaw Jr. in the 15 starting 24th. Billy Rodenbarger in the number 75 starting in the 25th place. John Stanley in the number 12 starting 26th. And looks like rounding out the field here, Paul Cohen in the number 20 or in the number 51 starting 27th. So great job by them guys as the pace car now takes them off of pit road and gets them going here. Take them around on the pace lap here, folks, as we get started. Michael Campbell going to lead him around. Fellow Pennsylvanian. I'm from Pennsylvania. I wonder where Michael lives. Everybody doubled up. The lights off on the pace car. Ready to go green here, folks. Ready to get this thing fired off. Daytona style, baby. All right, pace car about to dive onto pit road, and Michael Campbell going to bring him to the line. A green flag will come out right away. So get ready, folks. Pace car's in, and green is out. Green, 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 guys, go. All right, already doing a good job here. These guys getting single file, well, not really single file, but kind of double file, but they'll get single file here in just a minute. Michael Campbell comes around trying to lead that very first lap. Justin Rogers right behind him in the number 21. Gary Shank up on the high side there in the number 25. Working with, looks like the number 48 of Mark McFadden up there, our Canadian brother. Always good to see Mark up there. Now, new leader about to transition here. Let's see who's going to lead this first lap. Gary Shank is going to be our leader of our first lap. Him and Mark McFadden get a great run on the outside and finally clear and come down in front of Michael Campbell. So Michael didn't even get to lead the first lap. Gary Shank up front. Justin Rogers now in fourth. Vincent Binney back to sixth. Dwayne LaPrade in seventh. James Hickson eighth. As he's trying to get a run there up on the high side, pushing Vincent Binney in the number 71. Them two trying to work that high side as well. Len McNeese, like Len's paint job there in the Western Auto truck. It's a pretty cool looking truck. I always like Western Auto vehicles. Kind of reminds me of the old Darrell Waltrip days when he drove the Western Auto number 17. All right, Joey Lamb in 10th. These guys back here all single file. Terry Bellinger, one of the fast guys in practice, back here in 11th. Rolando Aurora in 12th. John Estes 13th. Looks like we've got some Paul Zoda there, maybe trying to work his way up through. Yeah, he gets passed up there by the number 45 of Kevin Cook, working with Michael Palmer. And like I said, these guys all back here, single file. Kernan Church in 18th. And then let's put a little ways back to Don Steves. These guys have fallen off the pace just a little bit. And it's not actually a bad thing, probably by design, trying to give themselves a little bit of a buffer there in case a caution does come out. They got time to break. Daytona is always noted for that. We know there's going to be a big one. We just don't know when it's going to happen. So you got to be prepared. Billy Rodenberger tucking right up under him. Chuck Shaw in 21st. Robert Fuller 22nd. Colin Detrick 23rd. Billy Rodenberger back to 24th. Timothy Kelleher 25th. Paul Cohen 26th. And taking up the rear of the field, John Stanley in the number 12. All right, back up front, we may have a new leader as a couple people blinking out there. Not sure exactly what happened there, but it looks like Mark McFadden did lead that lap, but a great run by Vincent Benny. Not sure what happened to Gary Shank. Looks like Gary may have fell out of the server. I'm not really sure. Vincent Benny up front still hasn't technically led a lap yet, but coming around this time with James Hickson there, they could lead this lap. Mark McFadden now kind of falling off without his partner. I'm showing Gary Shank. Let me find Gary. He's still blinking out. Back in 26th place. Not sure what happened to him. He must have got really loose or something. Sometimes we see that there's a bumper hook, and I can't go back and view it now, but may have got the old bumper hook on the back and or front, whichever. All right, Dwayne LaPrade there in 4th, and Terry Bellinger working with him. Those two duck in behind. Mark McFadden fall into 4th and 5th. Michael Campbell in 6th. These guys are all pretty much single file now, trying to get some of these laps chewed down. Len McNeese finally getting up there into the 7th spot. Terry Bellinger maybe looking, no, that is Dwayne LaPrade looking for somebody to get up there and work with him. And Dwayne staying on the high side, but Terry Bellinger staying on the low side. And here comes Michael Campbell working with him too. That's going to let Dwayne just going to be kind of suckered out right there. Nobody going up with him. He's just going to go back like a freight train here. These guys are all freight training right by him. Well, he'll wind up having to go back. He's back into 7th right now, about to go back to 8th. Oh, somebody ducks out there, Michael Campbell, and that could be a good sign for Dwayne LaPrade. Those two can get hooked back up and maybe go back to the front. As Vincent Benny continues the lead up front here. Coming to the line, going to be the 3rd lap that he has led today, folks. Good job by Vincent. Out there in the GAC MaxSpeedTV truck. GAC truck, I'll put it that way. So very good run for these guys so far. All right, Raymond Chapman back here in running back in the 12th spot. These guys are back about 2.4 seconds behind the leader right now. And they're not really drafting tight to one another. They're just kind of leaving that little space in between there to keep the radiators cool. And by looking at his truck, he's got just a tick of nose damage on that truck. And may have got that on the start of the race. I'm not really sure. But he does have just a little bit of front end damage. You can see the splitter damaged a little bit. So doesn't look like the front of Paul Zoda's truck. Paul's is pretty clean. So Raymond Chapman with a little nose damage on that truck. Not sure how he got it. All right, back up front, Vincent Benny continuing to lead, and Terry Bellinger up on the high side trying to get a run, and he's up there with Michael Campbell. which we knew was going to happen sooner or later. Michael's going to find somebody to partner up with him. I thought Dwayne LaPrade was, but Dwayne ducks it back down to the low side, and he's going to work his way back up on the low side. Going to come into 5th here by the time they cross the line, and he does. Boy, hard racing right here, folks. And Terry Bellinger is forced to duck in behind Dwayne LaPrade. Kevin Cook back here in the 9th place. And he's taking up the rear of that group right now, kind of the odd man out. You always look for a partner out here, but being they're not really partnering up and going anywhere, everybody riding single file, he's safe for now. Quite a little ways back to Michael Palmer, about a full second behind Kevin Cook. John Estes working with him in 11th, Raymond Chapman 12th, and Paul Zoda rounding out that foursome that are coming up through. And they're about to reel in that front group here. If they can stay a little tighter, they are starting to close that gap, maybe just a tick. And it won't be long, they will be reeling them up. So they're still about a second behind, but they're going to be closing up on them. David Gainforth now back here in 14th place. And he's working with Joey Lamb. Joey tucked right up under him and pushing the daylights out of him right now. And David Gainforth in the Mr. Bubble truck tonight. One of our Canadian fellows there. Mr. Bubble. That's a pretty unique paint job on that truck. That's pretty cool. Kernan Church right behind them, and Paul Cohen working with them as well. So that's another foursome. Now back here to Robert Fuller running in 18th. He's got Don Steves working with him and Timothy Kelleher. Those three kind of working together. Billy Rodenberger kind of getting shuffled out of that a little bit. We got two Billy Rodenberger. Oh, that's Billy Rodenberger. Then we got Bill Rodenberger. Okay, I got it. Sorry about that. Colin Detrick working with him, and John Stanley riding around behind him. Chuck Shaw way back here, 25th. And Gary Shank, this is the one here. Looks like he's got a little damage on that truck. So, yeah, more than just a little damage. He's got a whole lot of damage on that truck, folks. Right front fender damage. We'll see if we can get down here a little better view of the front end. Holy moly. So I wish I would have seen what happened to Gary. He's already a lap down. Justin Rogers, another one. He is a couple laps down. And he's about to probably, he looks like he's got the leaders coming up on him pretty quick, I believe. Yes, he does. The 15 there, I'm trying to find him. Chuck Shaw is going a lap down as well, so he's one of the lap trucks. All right, so Vincent Vinny continuing to lead as they go by some lap traffic. James Hickson right there at second. Mark McFadden third. And just to kind of point out here, that back crew, if you remember a little while ago, Raymond Chapman, they have joined this battle up here. Paul Zoda, Rolando, Kevin Cook. These guys have all joined forces with that front group and made it about a 13 truck battle up there in the front. And it's a long way back to Joey Lamb in 14th place. Him and Kernan Church working together, and we have a caution on the track, folks. Let's see if we can figure out where that caution is. Oh, right there. Well, let's go back and take a look, folks. Somebody getting a little squirrely here, not sure. Right there, it looks like somebody getting a little squirrely. And watching here, looks to me like right up ahead right there, that would be Billy Rodenbarger, thinking he might have been clear, but and they get together. So them two getting together, and that brings out the first caution of the race here, folks, on lap 15. Gonna have some damaged trucks for sure. Alright, so let's get back up here to our leader and see if he's going to maybe bring them down pit road. I don't know. They got 15 laps on them. It's probably about time because they are only running 70% fuel. So that does kind of make a difference when you start thinking about pit stops. So I would imagine he'll be bringing them down pit road for sure. And pit road is going to be a busy place here in just a second, folks. Let's see what they got. Boy, we got some guys out really fast here. Looks like 2 tires and fuel. Dwayne LaPrade possibly taking 4. Spent quite a bit of time on pit road. Okay, so our leader is still Vincent Vinny temporarily, I think. But I think that's going to shift. I think that's going to shift over to Colin Detrick, maybe our new leader. Or maybe Justin Rogers. I'm not really positive on that. No, it looks like Colin Detrick is going to be scored as our new leader. Now, he did not pit. Him, John Stanley, and Terry Bellinger did not pit. So we may see them come down pit road this time. I'm not really sure. Hard to tell, you know. It's at that time of the race that they would want to come down pit road, but obviously they're not going to take the advantage of that. Looks like maybe Terry Bellinger and those guys may. So that's going to change it up even more. So that's going to put Michael Campbell second, Vincent Vinny back into third. Mark McFadden in fourth, as these guys all get caught up to the field. Len McNeese fifth, James Hickson sixth, Raymond Chapman seventh, Michael Palmer eighth, and John Estes the top 10, 9th, 10th. Okay, we'll get it. Dwayne LaPrade going to be back here in the 11th spot. I think, yeah, Colin Detrick, our leader. So the number 21 there, right ahead of him, is Justin Rogers, and he is a couple laps down to the leader right now. So he's trying to stay out there and get the lap back the good old-fashioned way. Stay out there. He'll get the iRacing wave by. So, and then that should afford him some time to maybe stop and at least take some fuel and get caught up to the back of the field. And it looks like the only one that we've lost today, Bill Rodenbarger, not Billy, Bill. Believe that is Billy's dad, but I'm not sure. Someday I'll have to find out about that, how that correlates. Well, again, thanks for joining us here tonight, and hopefully the broadcast looks good to you. We've been trying a lot of new things, and we've got more new things coming. Just a lot of transitions going into the new stuff and trying to learn everything. It's like a whole new learning curve for me, folks. It's exciting, but man, it takes a lot of time to learn some of the new stuff that'll be coming. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. Okay, Justin Rogers does get the iRacing wave by. He should be able to go around and get fuel and get back out, catch up to the back of the field, we hope. And if not, he's probably going to be wind up way back there. But he may be up to speed in time when these guys get the green flag. Lights are off on the pace car. Everybody doubling up. Colin Detrick going to bring him to the line. On the outside is going to be Michael Campbell. Third place, Vincent Vinny, and fourth place, Mark McFadden. So look for some guys to get hooked up here and try to get up to the lead. Pace car heading for pit road, and green is out right away. Colin Detrick hits the throttle. Everybody, man, I'll tell you what a good start. But a lot of guys kind of laid back there a little bit. Not sure if they're what was going on with that, but they've kind of laid way back here in the group. So maybe a little bit kind of worried about how the start was going to be or what. I'm not really sure. Michael Campbell looking to maybe get by on the outside, but Colin Detrick holds him off on the inside. Vincent Benny comes up right behind him and tries to hook up with them. Let's see if we can ride along here with Vincent Benny for just a minute and see how close these guys are. The WD-40 truck out front. Side by side with this battle. Go back here, Dwayne LaPrade up on the high side trying to get a run. See these trucks wiggling around a little bit. He tries to get a little side draft, and it looks like it may be working. He's starting to reel up the guys up front. And brand new leader as Michael Campbell takes over the lead, dumps off his partner on the high side. Well, no, I guess he didn't. He took Mark McFadden right with him. So Mark McFadden into second. Colin Detrick back here in third. Get up here with the leader for just a minute. And looking back on the rest of the field, you see everybody pretty much spread out. And Michael Campbell does lead a lap, so he will get he gets scored with 2 laps now. So good job for him. Gathering up these points, folks. Vincent Vinny's led 11, Mark McFadden's led 1, Michael Campbell 2, and Colin Detrick 3. One other one, Terry Bellinger, did lead 1, and Gary Shank led 3. They pass up some lap traffic there on the back stretch. I believe that was Billy Rodenbarger. I think that might have been Billy Rodenbarger. Let's go back and check on him for just a second. I don't know what happened to Billy. As he's trying to get caught back up. Now he is a lap down. For some reason he got a lap down. All right, Vincent Benny working his way up to the third place on the high side. And he's got Len McNeese pushing the daylights out of him right now. They're trying to get Vincent back up to the lead. Paul and Detrick quite a ways back now in the WD-40 machine, and they're going 3 wide. Look at this, folks. 3 wide down the backstretch, and finally get settled into 2 wide. Man, James Hickson shot the gap right there and went up between him and Michael Palmer. Michael Palmer falls in behind Dwayne LaPrade in 8th, right there in the number 13. A little bit of changing going on back here. Rolando is in with that group. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. We have a problem. We have a problem. Sorry about that, folks. We'll get it fired back up here. I don't know what happened there. The overlay quit working. Sorry about that. Okay. Not exactly sure what happened there. All right, anyhow, back up front, Michael Campbell still leading. Been our leader for 5 laps now. Mark McFadden tucked right up under his back bumper. Dwayne LaPrade now gets into the 6th spot. Up on the high side, we've got Rolando Aurora coming. Trying to get a run on this high side and follow the guys on the high side. Vincent Vinny up there working with his teammate Len McNeese, and now Rolando falls in behind them. These guys not getting too awful racy because there's a lot of race to go yet. 75 laps and they're only on 25. David Gainforth in the 9th place, tucks right up under Rolando. Rolando drops to the low side. It looks like he might drop it down there. I'm not sure. Maybe he doesn't really know what he wants to do right there. But we've got a pretty tight field back here all the way back to, looks like, wow, clear back to Robert Fuller in 19th. Pretty tight. 1.9 seconds separating the top 19, folks. So that's pretty good battles going on right there. Next one back in 20th would be John Stanley, and you can see he can't even hardly see the front part of that field. He's way back behind these drivers, and he's pulling Kevin Cook with him. So them two trying to get caught back up. All right, then back to Timothy Kelleher back here, 22nd, all by himself. And another one too, Chuck Shaw, all by himself, way back in 23rd, 26.5 seconds behind the leader. All right, Michael Palmer now up on the high side, has not led a lap yet today. And he's getting a little help from Dwayne LaPrade. Let's see if they can get Michael up there enough to lead a lap here. What's going to be a close one. Coming to the line here, I don't know. Michael might have got it. I think he did. Yes, he did. He just barely clipped that off to lead that lap. Now back up on the low side here, Michael Campbell going to retake the lead with Mark McFadden right on his tail. James Hickson getting by Vincent Vinny, and he's going to fall into the 5th place right now. Vincent Vinny 6th, Len McNeese 7th, Rolando Aurora 8th, and David Gainforth in the Mr. Bubble Machine in 9th place. Another one of our Canadian brothers. Good to see these guys out here having a good time. Colin Detrick in 10th place. John Estes finally getting the break he needed to get himself back into the hunt of things. Now falls into 11th. Still a battle going on up in the front here because we got somebody else trying it up on the high side now. It looks like the number 31 of Michael Palmer and Dwayne LaPrade trying the high side once again. Well, these guys ran the super late models last season. This season they're in the trucks. And you know what? So far, I'm pretty impressed with the driving here that these guys are doing. These guys they are good drivers. I got to give them that. But taking a jump from the super late models to the trucks is a pretty big transition. I think these trucks are just a little more forgiving as far as damage-wise than the super late models. Super late models, man, I'll tell you, as everybody always says, the old proverbial, the cars are made like they're made out of crepe paper. You just touch a wall and you got some serious damage on them super late models. These trucks take a little bit more of abuse. They do get the damage, but they will survive it a little bit better. Looking back to Vincent Vinny there, Michael Palmer on his outside. Him and Dwayne LaPrade still trying to get a run, but they're going backwards pretty quick. Oh, and I seen some smoke there. Not sure what happened. I seen smoke. Somebody got a little sideways. So Michael Campbell still up in the lead here. Has led for 11 laps. Doing a good job of it too. Vincent Vinny led for 11 laps as well. He's back in 4th place. Let's go back and check on the back part of the field back here. Kevin Cook in 19th place. John Stanley working with him in 20th. These guys running about 7.7 seconds behind the leader right now, trying to get caught up to that lead pack. Got a little ways to go though. You can see the leader's already going into coming out of turn 3 and into 4, so they are quite a little ways ahead of them. That's what 7.8 seconds looks like, folks, up to the leader. Timothy Kelleher now 31 seconds behind the leader. Back here all by himself in the Kiss My Bass truck. And he's really not that far from being lapped. These guys are turning 48.8 second laps up in the front. So he's about 16 seconds from going a lap down. He's the last truck on the lead lap right now. Gary Shank in 22nd, first one a lap down. Justin Rogers back here in 23rd. Colin Detrick 24th. Chuck Shaw 25th. And Billy Rodenbarger 26th. David Gainforth trying to work his way up, getting the Mr. Bubble Machine into contention here, staying in the top 10 pretty much all day long. And he's doing a good job of it too. Vincent Benny trying to get a run on the high side. Him and Len McNeese taking a bid up there. Right along with him for just a minute. Watch this battle. Trying to get a run on Mark McFadden and Michael Campbell up there in the front. Gonna have to get down there and get a little closer to get some side draft. You can see that side draft really pulls him up really quick. If they can get down there and get a little bit of that, he tries to duck down and he starts pulling up on him, and boy, what a good run coming down the backstretch he's got. Gainforth falling back just a tick, working with Rolando Aurora back here in 6th and 7th. Rolando a little bit squirrely on the tri-oval there, catching that yellow line. Boy, I'll tell you, you got to stay away from that yellow line. John Estes in 8th place. Joey Lamb right behind him in 9th. Kernan Church, we ain't talked too much about Kernan today. All by himself sitting here, but looking for a partner. They still got lots of racing to go. They're going to be looking at pit stops here, folks, before too much longer. So look for them to head for pit road. I'm going to get up here on the leader and watch these guys, see when they're going to be coming down pit road. Lap 37, so we are at the halfway mark, folks. Halfway and looking for pit stops. They've been on pit road once earlier at the caution on lap 15, so we're already about 22 laps into this, a little bit more than that because they did have a few caution laps in there, so probably within the next couple of laps we're going to be seeing pit road activity. Vincent Benny trying to get a run on that high side. Boy, he is really pushing it up there. Him and Len McNeese doing a really good job. They were up there and looked like Len may have had to duck out and get a little air in that radiator. He was going to get hot. Gainforth now into the 6th place. He tucks up under James Hickson there in the number 44. They get a run and go by Vincent Benny, and here it looked like maybe we were going to get some pit stop, but not yet. James Hickson goes to the outside to get a run with Vincent Benny. Len McNeese kind of drops down like he was going to look like he was going to go down to the low side. Now he does. Still trying to ride into that draft of the front guys up there. And look at this, David Gainforth runs into the 3rd spot, folks. Hickson up there on the high side with Vincent Benny, and they did a good job of staying in line here. Len McNeese right behind him in 6th, and Rolando hooks up with them. James Hickson going backwards, kind of getting separated from that front crew. But Gainforth looking to the top line. Rolando going up there with them. Those two going to try their hand at getting up there. But John Estes is going to sneak through on the low line here. So a lot of changing of the guard going on right now, folks. Joey Lamb right there with him. Those guys trying to pull up. Oh, they did get together. Oh, that's probably going to bring out the caution. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let's go back and see. Yes, it does bring out the caution, folks. So, wow, that was pretty intense. Let's go back here and take a look at this. Rolando, I'm not sure. Rolando thought he was clear when he come down the line. It looked like, yes, he thought he was going to be clear, and he comes down into John Estes. And him and John going to go out across the grass here for a ride. Guys, they already mowed the grass there. And I don't think they're hiring for groundskeepers, so they may be. I don't know. You might get a job at it, but all right. And he comes right back up the hill and right in front of the number 44 of James Hickson, and James Hickson's going to get damaged as well. So, all right, well, lots of guys going to get damaged here, folks, and these guys all trying to get caught back up to the leader, Michael Campbell. We'll see if the pit road activity should be starting here right in a minute. And yes, I do believe the leader is going to bring them all down pit road. Everybody looking at pit road. This is, well, actually, this is the second caution. So, but pit stops here, trying to learn it. Michael Campbell with a pretty short pit time. Vincent Vinny with a long pit time, and he's out of there. Probably a 4 tire, maybe a more. I don't know. He might have got a pit road penalty. Alright, well, get back out here. Michael Campbell still showed as our leader. They come off of pit road. Mark McFadden second. John Estes third. David Gameforth fourth. He's got to quit doing that to me. And a few lap down vehicles are going to get their lap back, so that's a good thing for a lot of guys. That's going to catch up. Colin Detrick, Chuck Shaw, Billy Rodenberger, all going to be able to get back on the lead lap. So, very good. Colin Detrick there in the WD-40 machine right ahead of our leader. He was actually showed as the first car a lap down for truck. Justin Rogers up ahead of him, and he's going to be heading for pit road here probably. Yes, he is. So, and I'm sure... No, Colin Detrick staying out, wanting to get his lap back. Good deal. Raymond Chapman coming off pit road with an awful lot of damage on that truck. Gets out ahead of the leader. Our leader coming around here. Let's see if we can get down here and get a word in with somebody. I'm not sure if I can or not, but we'll try. How about Robert Fuller? Let's see if we can get a word in with Robert Fuller.
Yes.
Robert Fuller, this is Rudy up in the MaxSpeedTV booth. You got a copy, sir?
I got you.
Well, Robert, looks like you're going to be restarting in 13th. It's been a pretty good race for everybody. What's your plan here? You have a strategy worked out for the end of this race to try to get that truck into victory lane?
I'm just going to try to stay with them. If I get out of the draft of this car, it just don't pull too good.
Well, second caution of the race. 43 laps down. You got 32 to go. Probably can't make it on fuel, so you're going to have to stop one more time. 2 tires, 4 tires? What's your plan?
No tire.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Robert. We wish you the best of luck out there, brother. Get that truck to the front so we can talk to you in Victory Lane. How's that?
That sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, sir, and good luck. Okay, let's see what Robert's got to get up there to the front. Michael Campbell out here for 24 laps he has led today, so, interesting. Looks like Terry Bellinger has taken his car behind pit road out of the race, so we may have a, not sure if somebody else, maybe Raymond Chapman may be out. I'm not really positive yet. A little too early to tell, but we'll see here in just a couple minutes. Okay, so Mark McFadden now starting on the outside, which was has been Michael Campbell's teammate. So let's see how this restart's going to go. Third place is going to be David Gainford, Joey Lamb on the outside. James Hickson starting fifth, and Dwayne LaPrade sixth. Michael Palmer seventh, and Kernan Church eighth. So let's see how this restart goes here, folks. Hopefully to finish us up really good here, we're going to be starting on lap 45 when they get the green flag. So it'll be about 31 to go when they get the green. Pace car's in, green is out. Here we go. Good restart by everybody. That front four really tight together. Dwayne LaPrade falling right in behind them in fifth spot. Kernan Church in sixth, and James Hickson seventh. Get these things wound back up to full speed. It's going to take them about a lap to get caught, get right up to the full speed. So they're still gaining a lot of mile per hour right now. All right, Paul Zoda there up on the high side is going to get passed up by Vincent Benny, and now possibly Paul Cohen. We haven't talked too much about Paul today, and here he is running back in the 10th spot now as he crosses the line just ahead of Paul Zoda. Robert Fuller taking up the 12th spot. We got a pretty good battle going on behind him. Rolando, Don Steves, Kevin Cook, these guys all in a pretty tight battle going on there. Rolando and Kevin Cook up on the high side. Everybody chasing Mark McFadden up on the high side, working with Dwayne LaPrade. So a little bit of a change up here as Mark did get to lead that last lap, and he comes down. No, that's not going to be good. Oh, that wasn't good, folks. Look at this sliding. Oh my, I think somebody thought they weren't clear. No caution, but let's go back and take a look at that. It was really tough break for these guys here. No caution either. I think what happened was Dwayne LaPrade thought he was clear and come down in front of Michael Campbell. Right there, and gets into Michael Campbell, and both of them go to the inside and go for a heck of a ride. Into the inside wall they're going to go. Dwayne LaPrade hits it a ton right there. Oh my. Man, he rolls it on its roof, upside down, sideways, and everything. But he kept it off of the track somehow. I don't know how. It looks like he did slide it back up onto the track, but it was behind everybody. So these guys are going to be a couple of laps down, no doubt. But up front with no caution, folks, Mark McFadden still leading. That's a tough break for Dwayne LaPrade there, and the number 92 of Michael Campbell. Michael had led the most laps in the race, but he's going to be way back there now. He led 26 laps. Not sure if they have resets or not, but if they do, that'll be good for them. They can get into pit road and possibly get that damage fixed up and get back out there and still be in contention here. Race ain't over yet. A lot can happen. We've seen it right there. Now David Gameforth trying to get something working as they come around here to pass up. Looks like Michael Campbell and Dwayne LaPrade. Dwayne smoking like a freight train down the back stretch. And well, I don't know if he's going to make it back to pit road or not. He should have pitted on that last one, but wow, not even up close to being up to full speed. And it looks like the engine just let go on him. So now he's coasting to pit road, folks. Tough break for Dwayne LaPrade. Man, I feel bad for him. Really wanted to see him get up there, Leanna. Those two on pit road, I believe, going to try to see if they can get some damage fixed up. So tough break for them too. Not sure. Let's see. To me, like Dwayne LaPrade coming down to pit road here, he's coasting in. No engine running as the leaders come by to put him a lap down. Yeah, these guys, they look forward to a race like this. And you know, these super speedways can create a lot of havoc out there when it's this tight of racing. So, like I said, we haven't seen the big one here today. You know, we know it's going to happen, but we just don't know when, like I said. And hopefully we don't see it here. Don't want to see the big one. Paul Cohen working his way here in the number 51 in the muffin truck. We were teasing them about that before. Get down here a little closer, it says muffin on the back. It's MUFON, actually. But we were teasing them about it. Alienware, MUFON. Coming up on some lap traffic here, Mark McFadden going to have to deal with the number 25, and that would be Gary Shank going a lap down. He was at the tail end of the lead lap, but he now goes a lap down, folks. Running back here in the 17th place, nobody to work with, but he should be able to get ducked down into traffic here somewhere and find a groove and ride in with these guys. Okay, as they take lap 53 out of 75, they're clicking it down. It looks like Michael Campbell is out of the race. Dwayne LaPrade out here. It looks like maybe he got, must have had a reset. I'm not sure. Boy, he's got all that damage fixed up. He's not up to full speed, though. I don't understand unless he was waiting on somebody to maybe get hooked up with here or something. Picks up a little speed there in the draft. So he could have some serious engine damage. I'm not really sure. Still picking up speed though. So, but the leader's coming up on him really quick. And Mr. Bubble, David Gainforth, up on the high side working with James Hickson. Them two trying to get something going up there. They really have not had great luck up on the top side today. We've seen a couple of passes, but nothing major. Oh, what was that? Vincent Finney getting all out of shape. Takes it down on the apron. Tries to get it back up, and he's going to lose a couple of spots, but now he gets it back up into contention. Great job, great piece of driving by Vincent Finney. Man, that could have been disastrous right there for Vincent. He goes all the way back to the 13th place and settles in right in front of the 01 of Don Steves. Well, that moved everybody up pretty much. Now the leader, brand new leader up front, Joey Lamb, gets credited for leading that lap. Gainforth in second, got the Mr. Bubble machine in second place. I don't think I'd want to be Joey here coming down to the last couple of laps. Next time by, we're going to have 20 to go, folks. Coming to the line here, Joey Lamb up front will lead his second lap of the race. And Mr. Bubble pushing him. Mark McFadden right in the third, and Michael Campbell or Michael Palmer, excuse me, I get those two confused. Riding in fourth, Kernan Church fifth, Paul Cohen sixth, Kevin Cook in seventh. Up on the high side, hoping Rolando would come up there and work with them. Robert Fuller now in the ninth spot. We talked to him earlier, and he said he was going to ride. Not sure if he had a winning truck, but here he is in the top 10. Paul Zoda in 10th. And Len McNeese rounding out that front group there in 11th, kind of the odd man out. Wants to get Gary Shank, lap down truck Gary Shank, working with Len there, and he should be able to get him caught back up there. At least till now he'll have a partner to work with. James Hickson back here quite a ways in 12th spot. Back a couple of seconds off of that lead pack. Vincent Finney back here in 13th working with him. Those two have been stuck together like glue pretty much most of the race. Don Steves in 14th. Timothy Kelleher got the Kiss My Bass truck here in the 15th spot working with John Stanley. Joey Lamb continuing to lead up here. Oh, we got another. There comes the big one, folks. There's the big one I was talking about. Right there, the 45 of Kevin Cook. Not sure what happened. Let's go back and take a look. Might have had a little hook here from Rolando. Rolando kind of out of shape, trying to stay on his bumper, but kind of weaving back and forth. And it looks like that's what happened. Rolando catches him. He goes down the hill into the number 31. And boy, that's going to take out a bunch of them here folks. The 31 of, gosh, if I can find him, Michael Palmer. So Michael Palmer getting a piece of that. Lots of trucks, everybody trying to check up, but man. So there's the big one, folks. We knew it was going to happen. We just didn't know when, and here it is with closing laps of the race. And a lot of trucks getting damage on this. Wow, the 21 there, the Wheaties truck of, who is that? That would be Justin Rogers. He gets a lot of damage on that as well. All right, we'll get back up here live as looks like Kevin Cook's motor may have let go, and he is trying to coast the pit road to get that damage fixed. Now looking here to let's see if the leaders are going to come down pit road. I know track position means a lot for these guys, but they are going to have to stop one more time for fuel. So let's keep an eye on it. It looks like they are going to come down pit road, so we'll watch here and see some of these fast times that these guys are going to pull off. Everybody comes to a stop. A lot of guys still sitting on pit road. John Stanley staying out, and he still did not get scored as leading the lap, but he stays out. Some pretty short pit times, some of them still going, getting damage fixed up or whatever. Awful lot of tore up trucks out there, folks. Okay, so John Stanley staying out, did not pit. John Stanley, another one of our Canadian brothers. Coming around this time, if he stays out, he will be scored as leading the lap, so he'll get that valuable point for leading the lap. But I'm not sure, he may come down pit road. Gainforth in second, Mark McFadden third, Joey Lamb fourth, Len McNeese fifth. And yes, looks like John Stanley pulling off here. Not sure what's going on there. Looks like he is heading for pit road, but hope that doesn't give somebody a black flag. Well, that's going to give the lead back up to Mark McFadden. So Mark's been out there for 10 laps, no stranger to the point. Let's see if we can get a word in with Mark. Mark McFadden, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4, go ahead, sir.
Well, Mark, you're out there on the point right now. You know that's not a good place to be when it comes down to the end of this thing. You'll get freight trained, but do you think you got enough enough guts to stay out there ahead of them guys, or are you going to try to settle in maybe behind somebody and get a run on them?
Oh, I don't know. I think the 101 and the 81, Joey and David might be working together, so if they are, I'm toast.
Well, is there any chance of you finding a partner to finish this thing up with?
I hope so. Just all I can do for now is put the pedal to the metal and turn the mirror up and don't look at it, and try and get to the first to the finish line first.
Well, that's a smart move, brother. You know, that's the problem with a lot of the guys. They do try to do a lot of mirror drive and come down to the closing lap. So, man, that's a good choice of words right there. I really like that, Mark. Well, we wish you the best of luck out there. Maybe you can find a partner and try to get that thing into victory lane, and hopefully we'll talk to you there. If not, I hope you finish in a good spot, at least on the podium. So, good luck the rest of the race, Mark.
Thanks, Rudy, and I do hope to be talking to you later.
Absolutely. It would be great. Okay, so Mark's going to try to stay out there. Let's see if he can do it. Lights are off on the pace car. They're doubling up. And boy, we've got some tough guys there. The Mr. Bubble there, David Gainforth starting up on the high side. Joey Lamb in third, Len McNeese in fourth. Timothy Kelleher 5th and Don Steve 6th. John Stanley finally getting back out there. Could get hooked up with his Canadian brother up there, Mark McFadden, and we could see 2 Canadians there, maybe take 1, 2, who knows. All right, short race left here, folks. Going to be 13 to go when they cross the line. So get ready for some exciting racing here to closing up these laps, the last 13 laps of the race. Pace car's about to dive onto pit road. It does, and green. We're off and going here again. Mark McFadden with a great start. David Gainforth too. Great start by that front 4. Timothy Kelleher trying to duck in there on the 5th spot, hanging on to them leaders. But that front 4 side by side. Mark said he needed to nail the gas, and boy, he sure did a good job of it. He's kind of like a sitting duck out there. We all know that's not a good place to be when it comes down to the end of a race. But let's see if he can get it into victory lane today. Joey Lamb tucking right up under him could maybe push him to a victory, or he might say, you know, hey. Oh, and caution is out again, folks. Let's see what happened. There it is. A lot of blinking going on, but let's go back and see here what happened. Somebody, I think, up ahead of them are the ones that got into the trouble, it looks like. And so let's see what happens up here. A lot of dancing around. Right there it was. Okay, let's get up here. That would have been the Robert Fuller. It looks like he got one of them hook jobs again. Man, we hate to see that. But it looked like maybe his partner there, Paul Cohen, may have got into him. Looked like he may have taken it to the outside. And when he come back down, caught the corner of Robert Fuller and sent Robert over into the front of Rolando Aurora. Gary Shank kind of going up through the middle of that, and boy, the 63 of Paul Zoda sliding right up through the middle of that, not getting a tick of damage. So great job by these guys, man. I'll tell you what, hate to see these guys wreck, but some of the guys really pulling off some great driving to try to avoid that. So back up front here, Mark McFadden. Everybody has pitted. Everybody has got enough tires, fuel, make it to the end. Some guys on pit road with a lot of damage, trying to get out before the pace car comes around. All right, about 11 more laps to go, folks. Billy Rodenberger may be out of the race. Lots of guys on pit road. Vincent Benny, Kevin Cook, Justin Rogers, Michael Campbell, Robert Fuller, Kernan Church, and Rolando Aurora. All these guys on pit road. So a lot of them damaged, trying to get that damage fixed up. Coming down to the end of this, folks. Hopefully you'd enjoyed the show. Thanks for joining us here on MaxSpeedTV. Got some brand new overlays here. We're working on them, trying to learn them. And I want to thank my buddy for making them. I would rather not, well, I don't know. I guess I can mention his name. Jason Allison. Thank you, Jason, for a beautiful job on these overlays. Okay, we're waiting on the one to go, folks. This time by will be 10 laps to complete this race. Probably going to be green on about 8 to go, so we may be looking at an 8-lap shootout here. I was going to look real quick and see. We got to add one caution to this, so this is caution number 4. Reason being, we had one caution there, and then for some reason my IRTVO crashed. Don't know why. I may have to talk to Jason about that, but anyhow, we've had 4 cautions here, folks. Leader still being Mark McFadden, and we're still under caution. So I don't know, we might not even be 8 to go, might be 7 to go when they get the green. Well, Michael Campbell has led the most laps today with 26, and actually I don't think anybody can beat that, not even Mark here. The best he can do is lead 25 laps, so he's going to be 1 lap short of leading the most laps. So I guess that's pretty much a sewed up thing for Michael Campbell leading the most laps, even though he's back in 24th place, still on pit road with all that damage. At least he'll get one bonus point for leading the most laps. That is totally unofficial, though, folks. I don't exactly know. I'm just that's kind of like an unofficial assumption. Looks like Kernan Church coming off pit road. Guys trying to get caught up. Gary Shank now trying to get going. He'll come out behind these cars. GAC finally here, folks. You want to join them next week. They are going to Chicagoland, so make sure you tune in here next week for them, for GAC, and that should be a good race as well. Truck series here. Last season they ran the super late models, and this season they've kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to say they stepped up their game. It's kind of like a even keel thing. They're running the trucks this season, so a little something different. And this is what the guys wanted to run, so this is what they're running this season. And I think they're off to a great start here at Daytona. 75 laps at Daytona, and here we are coming down to the closing laps. We're going to have about a 7-lap shootout, folks. 7 or 8 laps, not sure when it comes down to the end here. So get ready for some exciting racing once again here as we're about to get the green flag and get them going. Pace cars in. Green, green, green. All right, hopefully this will be the last green flag start for these guys as they get a pretty good start. Mark McFadden really trying to hold off these guys. Joey Lamb and Len McNeese up on the high side, but David Gainforth tucking in right up underneath Mark McFadden, and hopefully maybe them guys can take it to victory lane. One of them. Joey Lamb ducks in behind, dumping off Len McNeese up on the high side. Len goes back to 5th real quick. John Stanley slips into the 4th place. Side by side back here, Timothy Kelleher, James Hickson up on the high side, Don Steves on the low side, and Paul Zoda into the top 10. James Hickson keeps going backward, though. Michael Palmer there in the number 31. Still in the top 10 for right now. Looks like he's got a little damage on the truck, but he's hanging in there for right now. Dwayne LaPrade 1 lap down in the 13th position. And the 13 is in 13th. Okay, back up front. Mr. Bubble takes over the lead and has led for the first time today. He got the lead a lap. Joey Lamb working with him. They did get a run on Mark McFadden and got by him. And now John Stanley working with Mark McFadden. Glenn McNeese right there in 5th, kind of the odd man out. Nobody working with him at the moment. David Gainforth up in the front. I have not seen David in victory lane, so this could be his shot. His could be his time today. Wait and see. Coming to the line, going to be 5 to go, folks. All right, 5 more circuits around Daytona with Joey Lamb, Mark McFadden 3rd, John Stanley 4th, Len McNeese in 5th. Nobody working with Len right now. I'd like to get caught up to John Stanley and make it a 5-truck battle, but that's going to have to wait on that. See Paul Zoda back here in 2nd place working with Timothy. No, he's not working with Timothy. He's working with a lap down truck of Dwayne LaPrade. Dwayne trying to get him, at least get him up there in position. James Hickson in 8th. Oh, we got one way up against the wall there. Don Steve 9th. I don't know who that was. Somebody going around there really, really slow. It looks like maybe Kernan Church is really slow. Robert Fuller, oh, he's the one that was really slow. He's actually not doing too bad, but boy, that truck is really dog tracking. And he's back in 18th place, excuse me. He's trying to stay out of everybody's way. All right, Gainforth and Mr. Bubble up front. And like I said, I don't know if that's a good place to be, but Mark McFadden right there sitting might be planning out some kind of strategy to try to get up there and work with these guys, but boy, he sure could use a partner right now. Three more laps, folks. Lots of folks out of the race here. Man, we've got a lot of them sitting on pit road and everything. Looks like the last one out on the track right now is John Estes, and he is 19th position, running about 6 laps down to the leader. Okay, we got a couple of spinning, but this is the white flag here, folks. This is it. This is for all the marbles, and any caution comes out now, it's going to be over. Mark McFadden taking a peek to the outside. They're going to go 3 wide at the line. I just have this funny feeling. Joey Lamb just pushing the daylights out of David Gainforth in the lead. Joey Lamb could slip out, and it looks like he's taken to the outside. He's testing the waters. Is he going to pull out and go by him? Can't quite get it done. David Gainforth going to be coming to the line here, folks. David Gateforth going to win here at Daytona. Congratulations. Joey Lamb second, Mark McFadden third, Len McNeese coming in fourth. Holy smokes. Great job by these guys. All right, well, we'll get down there just a minute, folks, and get a word in with them. Get a word in with our winner. So, man, what a job he did today. Absolutely amazing job keeping that truck out front pretty much most of the day. So, all right, let's see if we can get a word in with him. Probably a lot of guys trying to talk to him. David Gainforth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, David, great win, man. Way to keep it up there. You had a lot of company with you there. Joey Lamb, Mark McFadden. Was you doing a little mirror driving on them last couple of laps? Was you worried?
I was always worried, but I knew Joey was going to stick with me. Stuck with me all race. I just kept her on the yellow. If they wanted to go around, they had to go around the outside.
Well, it's good to see you in Victory Lane today, David. Congratulations. Way to bring the Mr. Bubble machine into Victory Lane. Congrats, man. I'll tell you what, fantastic part of the race. Talk about your race a little bit out there and how you managed to stay up there pretty much most of the day in the top 10.
Yeah, I just found some good drafting partners. Rolando drafted with me early, that Len drafted with me, and Joey drafted with me. Just a lot of friends out there today. That's what you need out here, and I just got lucky at the end, that's all. I just want to thank Vani's Auto Repair, too, for putting the show on here tonight. Greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Okay, well, thanks for talking with us, David. Again, congratulations on Victory Lane today. Burn them tires down, man. You deserved it.
Looking after the race, too. Greatly appreciate it.
Joey Lamb, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
Well, Joey, coming to the last couple laps there, was there any design in your mind that maybe you might try to pull out and get by David on that last lap?
Actually, I was not planning on it at all. David helped me get to the front during the race. He pushed me to the lead 1 point, so I was just pretty much going to stick with him. I know the 48 had a little bit of help there, I believe, from the 12 for a couple laps, but I don't know what happened there. But, yeah, I didn't have any plans on leaving Mr. Bubble.
Okay, well, you come in second today, Joey. Well-deserved second place. You know, you drove your heart out to get up there. A lot of guys were up there ahead of you, but you caught back up to the field with the cautions and everything. Your pit strategies were just right on the mark, and you bring it into second place, so congrats. And anybody you want to shout out to?
Yes, sir. I got to thank the Battle Buddy Foundation, America's Veteran Racing, Outlaw Motorsports, all the guys there. Also, give a shout out to GAC and the good folks at Diney's Auto Repair for putting on the show.
Okay, Joey, thanks, and congratulations on your second place today, buddy. Well earned. Mark McFadden, you got a copy?
10 for Rudy. Go ahead, my friend.
Well, Mark, we're talking to you on the podium tonight. Congratulations, buddy. Wasn't first spot, and it kind of looked a little bleak there for a little bit. You kind of didn't have anybody to work with there at the very end. You just kind of hung on to the back of Joey Lamb's truck there. It stayed green the rest of the way. If you would have had somebody to work with you, you probably could have got a good run on that outside. But talk about your race tonight.
Well, first, thanks very much. First of all, I want to say congratulations to David on a great run, a clean run. He's right, you need a partner, and Stanley tried to keep up with me, but I think he bobbled just a little bit there. And so my only choice was just to follow these two guys, and if they slipped up, try to get under them. But you know what, I'll take a third place any day.
Absolutely, nothing to sneeze at, buddy. And I don't know how that, it's a good way to start out the season with a good point lead like that. You did lead some laps up there. You led 17 laps, not the most of the day, but at least you led some laps and got some valuable points. So congratulations to you, Mark, and anybody you want to shout out to.
Well, definitely, I definitely want to say thanks to you, Rudy, for the job well done. Also to Viney's Auto Diagnostics, really appreciate that. AgencySpeedway.com, my local home track, and my partner in my wheelbase car, Tony. He's probably watching right now, so I want to give a shout out to him.
Okay, Mark, way to put the Canadian red maple leaf flag truck right there in third spot where it needed to be. So, again, congrats, man. Good job.
Thanks again, and I hope to talk to you a lot more this year.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, Mark. Thanks. Okay, folks, let's run down through the results here. Gainforth coming in, the winner here tonight. Joey Lamb second. I got to find some stuff here. Okay, there we go. Mark McFadden third. Len McNeese fourth. Timothy Kelleher, great run for Timothy. Way to start out the season for Timothy, running in the fifth spot. James Hickson sixth. Don Steve seventh. Michael Palmer eighth. John Stanley ninth. Colin Detrick 10th. Okay, what happened here? Something happened. Thing coming undone. Okay, in 11th spot, Paul Zoda, Dwayne LaPrade 12th, Rolando Aurora in 13th, Paul Cohen 14th, Gary Shank 15th, Kernan Church 16th, Chuck Shaw 17th, Robert Fuller 18th, John Estes 19th, Billy Rodenberger 20th. Okay, there we go. Kevin Cook 21st, Vincent Vinny 22nd after a late race accident there, Justin Rogers 23rd. Michael Campbell, after leading the most laps today, Michael Campbell finishing 24th. Raymond Chapman 25th. Terry Bellinger 26th. And Bill Rodenberger finishing 27th. So again, congratulations to our winner, Mr. Bubble, bringing it into victory lane today, David Gainforth. So congrats. And thanks for watching here, folks, and hopefully you enjoyed the show, and we will see you tomorrow night for Maximum Speed Racing. Until then, folks, stay safe.